I'm here with Holden Albright in Barrie, Ontario. Holden, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. So just tell everyone about yourself. How long have you been wrestling?
I've been wrestling for a little over almost 2.5 years now. Trained for a year and a half before that, and I've always been a fan of Ontario indie wrestling.
And so with Ring Post Gaming here, I want to ask, what have you been playing lately?
Right now, I've just been catching up on reading because I look like an idiot because I have this haircut 5 days a week, but I don't wrestle 5 days a week. So I'm trying to read. But before the holidays, I spent way too much money on a PS4 that I played for 2 hours. This is now March. I bought that the second week of November. But then I picked up the Switch, and the Switch was fantastic for driving and everything. But don't play a driving game when you're in the back seat relaxing and then drive the car, because then you have no time to rest. You're just constantly driving, and you don't get bonus points for hitting cars on the freeway in Illinois.
So you've been playing a lot of the Switch. Mario Kart, I'm sure, is the driving game you're referring to.
Yes. Mario Kart's terrific, and it's always I miss a gap there with Nintendo DS and those Mario Kart games, but it's so good. It's the best.
What else have you been playing on the Switch? Do you get into Mario Odyssey or any Splatoon?
I got Odyssey with Mario Kart, and it was just really good and fun. But I actually, when I got my PS4, I reinstalled PlayStation Plus, and I've had a Vita from a couple years back, and I got all of those games back, which were like Hotline Miami, and there's a Need for Speed. I love Need for Speed. I had Need for Speed Most Wanted on it, or Hot Pursuit, whichever one Criterion make the second time. I think it's Most Wanted, and that was the racing game that I was really playing on my Vita. But then I love the Vita, so underrated. But then with PlayStation Plus, you got all these Limbo. Limbo's terrific. It is emo Mario, which is the best.
Have you played Inside at all, which is another game that they made?
I have not. Explain this game to me.
So it's kind of the same idea, more color, but it's that side-scrolling kind of adventure.
Was that the sequel to Limbo?
It's not a sequel, but it's the same guys that had made it.
I'm definitely picking that up this week.
Yeah, and it has some, how Limbo's got that, the big
that
story.
spider was terrifying.
And so, Inside gets kind of those story things.
I like weird stuff like that. And Crash Bandicoot. I love Crash. Crash Bandicoot's my favorite game of all time.
Did you play the remastered?
I'm picking that up for my PS4 because March is everything's slowed down in a good way of life, and I'm picking that up. I keep looking over. I'm like, oh yeah. And then I need to get it might be the Nintendo, those amiibo things.
Yeah.
But it was for a different, I think the Lego one had it, and it's Crash and Cortex, and I want those just for my desk. And then I've also seen a bunch of Crash and the mask dude, the Akuna, I'm forgetting his name.
Ooga Booga.
But it says that on the shirt, it's the mask, it's the best. That's the stuff that I definitely want to get into the remaster again, because the second and third, I was actually just talking to you earlier about my favorite games. That first one is nothing like the other two. The other two are great.
You see what the PlayStation Plus games are for this month? It's Bloodborne and... Oh, shoot, I forget the other one. Oh, Ratchet & Clank, the remake.
Okay, so I never played Ratchet & Clank or Jak and Daxter, but I really want to get into it. And now all these remakes are coming out that are actually good. PlayStation Plus, perfect example to play it.
It looks like a Pixar movie. When you're playing it, the graphics are to a point now, it looks so good.
Yes, I remember seeing gameplay of that, and it just looked fantastic. I'm hyped, is what I'm saying.
It's so good. So... we'll wrap it up. If anyone wants to see you on social media, check out what you're reading on there. Where can they look out for you?
I am at Holden Pro, or if you look up Brendan Caulfield, you'll find a bunch of content that I've made. I also used to host a video game review show where I was in there with 2 co-hosts, and I didn't play a single game, but it's the best.
When you have a regular, car driving diary as well.
Yeah, every Monday or Tuesday I'll post a vlog of me just talking in the car, just random thoughts. There's a lot of positivity, like Tim Ferriss-y stuff, because I need to make up for looking like a crazy person. And I just want to encourage other people to go out. You're doing this video series now, Ring Post Gaming?
Yes.
Is that why there's a ring post next to us?
That's right.
I now understand the framing. I now understand. But stuff like that's just do it. Why do it? Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Holden.